Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp. My name is Glen and today we have a sales video for you. Now the games on this list range from being on sale for just a few more days up to a couple of weeks, and I'll put the ones that are ending soon at the beginning of the video for you. I just want to say that there is a Ubisoft sale going on at the minute and I haven't mentioned any of their games because they are not on sale in the US, and if I'd have included too many then the list would have been too heavily weighted towards one or two regions, and I want to try and keep it balanced. But there are Ubisoft games on sale in the UK and EU if you want to have a look at those. Okay, with that said, let's get started. The first game then is Sheltered, which is at 75% off, and this ends on the 20th of November. Sheltered is a management game where you need to look after a family. You can name them, make them personal to yourselves, and then see them survive in a post-apocalyptic world. It's similar in some respects to This War of Mine, although with a much lighter tone than that game, and the Switch version comes with the base game plus 2 DLC packs as standard. You must survive in your underground shelter, going out to forage, and you may well get into trouble with other survivors of the apocalypse. Mark reviewed this one for us and really enjoyed it, and I will put a link to his review in the top pinned comment. Next up then is classic fighting game Garou Mark of the Wolves, which is one of the ACA Hamster Neo Geo releases, a few of which are on sale at the minute to celebrate Terry Bogard's inclusion in Smash. Garou is a spin-off series, I suppose you could call it, of the Fatal Fury games, and includes a new main character called Rock Howard, who is the son of Geese and was raised by Terry Bogard. It's a fantastic fighting game, originally released in 1999. Some would argue one of the best Neo Geo fighters, and at 50% off, it's definitely worth adding to your Switch collection. Another game ending on the 20th then, this is My Time at Portia, or Portia, I'm sure it's Portia, everyone else says Porsche. This has 40% off as it currently stands, and although I know when it released there were some issues with loading times, I'm pretty sure it's had a couple of patches since then, and judging by the comment sections of our review of this game, most people seem to be pretty happy with it now. This is a farming simulation game which sees you arrive in the town of Portia, or Portia, and looking to restore your dad's workshop to its former glories. It might be worth just double checking that it's had those patches. I know it's definitely had at least one because that was near launch, and that the loading times are acceptable to you now, but if so, then this is a very good deal. Ending on the 21st, we have State of Mind, which is currently 66% off, although this one is just the UK and the EU, I'm afraid. This is set in an alternate Berlin in 2048, and you play the part of Richard Nolan, a journalist who is openly critical about the direction that humanity is taking and the over-reliance on machines. It tells a fantastic story. I really enjoyed this game when I played it through, and it takes anywhere between 12 to 15 hours to finish, I would say. The one thing that I did criticise in my review was the price, and obviously at this sale price of 66% off, it would definitely be the time to pick it up. Also ending on the 21st, we have Human Fall Flat, which has 50% off. This is a physics-based puzzle platformer which has had a co-op update added since release, and also includes a new ice level additional to the base game. You are in control of your character's limbs and you need to use this to try and get across and use things to help you on your way, and it will either have you cursing in frustration or rolling about laughing. It's a very fun game, even more so in co-op, and 50% off is a very fair deal. The next game, and the final one ending on the 21st, is called Super Darrel Deluxe, which has 75% off. This is one of those games that released a few years ago now and has probably been buried under so many new releases since that most people would have forgotten about it, but it's actually a lot of fun. It describes itself as an RPG-vania, but also has beat 'em up or brawler-like combat, which leads to a very interesting mix of genres. It has a wacky art style and a lot of humour to it, and it may be worth considering at this current price. This is another one that we do have a review for on the channel. As I said, I will put links to any games in this sale that we've reviewed in that top pinned comment. Ending on the 24th, and with a very decent 60% off, you have Mudrunner's American Wilds. This is a simulation game which sees you being put in charge of over 30 vehicles which cater for all kinds of terrain and taking on a series of missions off-road. Now, I know these sort of games are not for everyone, but they do have a huge following out there, and this one has a very impressive physics engine. If you do enjoy these sort of games, this current price is incredibly generous for the amount of content you get, and this one will most likely keep you entertained for a very long time. Ending on the 28th of November, and this one is just exclusive to the US. This is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, which has 50% off. This was quite a big deal when it came to the Switch. A lot of people were excited to see it come over, and you take on the role of Senua as she makes her way to Helheim. The game looks at the effects of dealing with psychosis and was actually created in collaboration with neuroscientists in order to portray the condition as accurately as possible. Ending on the 4th of December this time, we have Phantom Doctrine, which has 79% off. Now, I don't think we reviewed this one. I think it was in a buy and avoid, but I do remember Mark being very impressed with it. It's a turn-based strategy game similar to something like XCOM, set in 1983 at the peak of the Cold War. It promises 40 plus hours of gameplay in single player mode and a gripping story that weaves itself around real life events. This is a very good deal and a fantastic price for what is a great game. This is the other one in the list though that isn't available in the US. And finally we have Toki, which is also ending on the 4th of December and currently has 45% off. Toki is a remake of a classic old arcade game. It's a platformer where you take control of a man that's been turned into a monkey by a wizard who has also captured your girlfriend. The hand-drawn graphics used for this remake look lovely, and the major problem that I had with the game when I reviewed it was again that price, and obviously at 45% off, that's not as much of an issue at the moment. There is also a physical collection of this game which has a few nice trinkets thrown in, and that's actually dropping in price as well now, so it might be worth checking out how much that is first, but this is definitely a decent game if you can find it for a good price. So there you have another 10 games currently on sale. Like I said, some are ending very soon, so if they did interest you, you might want to jump on it. Please do let us know of any that you do pick up and what you thought of them, or any that you would recommend yourselves that are currently on sale across any region. A quick thank you to our Patreons for your continued support. Don't forget, if you do want to join them, the links will be in the description below. Have a look at some of the reviews in the pinned comment if you are interested. Thank you to each and every one of you for watching our videos, and until next time, take care and happy gaming.